the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. A great little show lined up here for you. A few things to put out. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'll show you a view here to show you guys see what we do. Looking at all the chats, which is awesome. As we're getting set up here, putting out the alerts we're putting out to Periscope and Twitter. Just let me look here to make sure. Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. Throw links over to Reddit and Blogger, Tumblr, LinkedIn, and just a whole variety. Lots of platforms. That's always been our mission. Here at the Patriot Hour, we always encourage you to think for yourself. Never take what we say to be 100% word, fact, truth. Just roll with it. Listen to us. Come here for your information, nowhere else. We encourage you to not agree, to not take what we say, to dig into it, to come back and probably share some information, things that you've learned. So we always promote that. Again, we appreciate you being here. Make sure you're subscribed, ring that bell. That way you can get alerts when we go live like this, and just putting out informational videos for you to share. All the links are down below. We got a great lineup. We got Fluid Pour. We got Ben here with us tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Patriot Fest. We're really stoked for this first year. Remember Douglas, he sent books. Got about 4 of these. Now, of course, I'm going to be keeping one myself to read and add to my collection. Other than that, I got 3 more that we'll be bringing to the Patriot Fest. And we'll probably, door prize those out, We'll just have to randomly pick for this year. With the limited things we have, we're going to have a great time. We don't have a whole bunch of door prizes lined up, which they normally do, the Legion does. But this year's a little different, so we're going to roll with it. We're just happy to have it be, meet some of you, those of you that are coming, and we're going to have a great time. I mean, regardless, there's going to be a great show for those of you at home. The production level will probably be off the charts for us. And maybe every year it'll continue to be that way. We'll make it better and better. And we got some ideas, so we're going to float those around. Without further ado, let's jump in here with the panel. The Patriots, the Oath of 3 tonight. Fellas, how you doing? Glad we're all here together.
Oh, yes.
What a great time.
How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Doing glad to be back from Florida. I got my juices and waters and just trying to get rehydrated, displaced a little bit of water, and I need to get the water back. I was tired,
a little salty.
All right, well, why don't we do what we normally do? Start with you, Greg. Give a good maybe minute introduction here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you are here on YouTube, maybe how you're part of the Patriot Hour. And I know you got a channel that you're working on yourself, so go ahead.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming in tonight and hanging out with us. And, well, as you know, we're all veterans on the panel. I am a dual branch, served in the Navy and the Army, and I am medically retired. And I'm happy. Now I'm just doing my art. I'm happy to be here with the Patriot Hour. Can't wait to go and see the festival this year. It's going to be pretty awesome. JT Wild will be there. I have a lot of fun stuff to do while we're there. I am promoting my channel a little bit, trying to get a few more subscribers. I do art. I also do a little bit of political, and then most of my time, is spent with my art videos and with Mike and Patriot Hour here. So thank you guys. If you check it out, I appreciate it.
So it is to the printing press,
There's that intro.
to the recorder of
There's
man's
that
deeds,
intro. We love
the
that.
keeper of his conscience.
Hey, saying good truth.
Ben is right down below. Why don't you take a minute as well, Ben, and introduce yourself to the channel?
Served a little time in the Army. I was an OEF time frame. Did some fun stuff in the medical field. We all saw some fun things. Hooked up with Mike when I got out while I was in college, doing cybersecurity, computer engineering. We were two veterans with families who were like-minded. Kind of been hitting it pretty hard ever since. I met, Fluid Port and his beautiful family through the last flag retirement ceremony last year that this all kind of came to a culmination. Woodman, who's not here in the panel tonight, the local Legion will be doing our Patriot Fest at. And, it's been a wild ride, and to have a good crew of guys you can really hang your hat with and know thy battle buddy in the foxhole. It's been a good ride. And so we're pretty excited as well about the Patriot Fest. I'm going to be there. I'll have my mandolin, my guitar. Definitely be excited to hear JT do some good music. There's going to be good food, good enjoyment. I'm going to be camping out there, having a good old time. So it's going to be an awesome time. And I'm just so excited to be here with you guys tonight on the show. And of course, the top chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are going. It's crazy. I'm like, who's coming? I can't keep up. There's so many people say, "We'll see you there. We'll see you there. We're coming. We're coming. It's awesome."
I just made it all chat, by the way. I got rid of top chat and I made it live chat because that way we don't.
Perfect. Yeah.
We're gonna see it all tonight. We're gonna see it all.
But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, and just the truth that's come out, and now we're just moving on and moving forward as a team to our goal of the Patriot Fest. And that's just going to be an awesome time for those of you who are there. And of course, for those of you who are viewing as well.
Yeah, we're going to make it a really good production for those of you that can't make it. That's always been our niche here. It's YouTube. It's the other platforms that we beam out to. So it's always been about that. That's how we met you guys. We are trying to take this into the next level. We're actually inviting you to a free event. It's a freedom ride, the flag retirement. It's going to be great. Come if you can. This year's a little different. We get it, but we still expect a really good turnout. And regardless, it's always something local that happens. So we're just bringing it to you. Fluid Port, you got something to add there? I saw you.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I'm driving up from Florida myself. So if there's anybody en route, I'll be going up through Georgia and part of Virginia, I think, and into West Virginia, maybe through Tennessee and Kentucky, depending on who contacts me via email, @familyemail@gmail.com. If you need a ride, I can fit 3 maximum. And I figure we could split the gas on the way up and the way back.
There you go.
Just get a hold of me.
Veterans already wanting a Patriots, already wanting a carpool. I'm all down with that. I mean, this is awesome. Obviously, in the chat there, Fluid Port, throw your email up so people can contact you and hopefully make that happen.
Yeah, well, I'll do that.
Carpool
in.
That'd be awesome. Now, Fluid Port will be leaving at least a day early. I don't know how that works out. Like, you need to be there at least. If you can't, you can't. But Thursday night. Worst case, you're there Friday night. But if you could be there Thursday night. I'll leave
on the 11th. I'll leave here on the 11th, and I'll probably be there late evening on the 12th, or on the 11th, maybe early morning on the 12th.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Sounds cool.
No, the team here on this neck of the woods, we will obviously the next few weeks, even leading up, Mike and I on the team, we've been doing this for months leading up to it. So, yeah, no, whenever you guys can get out, especially you mods, I know that's just something we'll probably talk with you guys offline, a little bit of back channeling. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna be great, and so I'm glad that Fluid Port, at least we can see you again this year. We were with us last year. It was amazing last year. And this year is going to be even better.
It was a blast.
Yeah, no, we want this. We also threw out the idea, like, this is this year. Maybe next year it's Patriot Ran. Maybe this is something, we get invited to. Patriot Fest 2 is somewhere else, some other Legion. Maybe it's not a Legion. Maybe it's a VFW. Maybe it's somebody's property. Maybe it's something that, I don't know.
We may
we're
put
not-
this out to
yeah.
you, the people, ran by the mods, or
and you
we'll
tell us
say,
where to
hey, you
show
guys
up
wanna-
and
Yep.
what hour.
You give
Like
us
you
a
guys are
time slot.
slotted from this time to that time, just like you did last year. You know, we do about an hour or whatever. We'd be more than happy to fly down, get there, do the live show, and we just every year we're going somewhere different. How cool!
We're kind of making the we're kind of making the bench. We're setting a standard. You know, that's what we're doing this year. Is we're trying to set the standard of. It's about patriots. It's about retiring the flag. You know, you stop and think about it. Every flag that you buy in any American store, if you actually turn it over and read like the directions on like how to fly it and stuff, there's a part there that says when to retire it. Don't throw this away. It actually says on every single flag that you buy in America, or at least it should. That says go to their local American Legion, your firefighter, or it actually give you instructions. And a lot of times it'll say your local American Legion. So I mean, even when you buy a flag, it kind of tells you what to do to discard of the flag by not throwing it away.
Yep.
Fluid pour. We're gonna get back to the Patriot Fest. We'll talk about that throughout the show. I wanted to ask you. You texted me fluid pour down when I was down in Florida. And by the way, I didn't get with JT. It was so jam packed with the few days of being out that when we would get back, then it was time to get dinner. It was just, and I didn't have signal most of the time. But I'm gonna be back there, so I'm gonna get a hold of him possibly the next time and introduce him to my good friends down there, and or have him come. At least get together, like, for the day. Fluid pour, you said something to me about Flynn. He's going to be taking over the FBI spot. What do you think the possibilities of that are? And that is the last few Q drops were kind of hinting towards that.
The last, what was it, 4610 was that he changed his header on his Twitter page. Not only that, but you have the president calling out to him and other posts last night asking him if he was ready to serve again, and General Flynn retorts with "Acknowledged, sir." So is going to need some cleaning out, and he's just the man to do it. I think I nominate him.
Yeah, no,
we want some transparency from the alphabet agencies to the people. I think it's about time that we put some honest patriots that love their nation, that put their nation first in the offices that those people hold.
So it's showing here, so we can show the people that are joining us live right now. 4607, and the timestamp's at 11:06 p.m. And we get a "Are you ready to serve once again?" with the 3-star. Comms between Q and General Flynn. So then if you move on up to the timestamp that they're showing us when he made some changes at 11:42, Flynn uploads his header. So that is interesting. Let's go here to Dancing Patriot. Q post asking, "Are you ready to serve once again?" Q. Flynn changes his banner to "God Bless America." Q then responds, "Acknowledged. God bless America."
Heck yeah. Puts a huge smile on my face.
Very interesting. Indeed. That is. What do you guys think about that in the chats? Trump is promoting
It's
vaccines.
interesting. We'll see. Hey, like I said, this is the best apocalypse ever. That's not my phrase. I heard that. I just had to it's so true.
What'd they say?
So true.
What did it say?
Not in the chat. It was just, we've told you, you're watching a movie. This is a crazy movie. People have got parts to play. And I mean, we're seeing what's happening, but in the ultimate, in the grand scheme of things, we know that these people aren't going to save us as people. It's like General Flynn's not going to save you, Greg, or me, Ben. Or
we're not
Mike.
talking about that. We're talking about some justice on this earth right now.
On the earth,
because everyone takes it to that spiritual thing, but man, I have to live this life for 90 years possibly, and there's bad going on. We just want to see some of that bad cleaned up, and some people. We get it. You're low on hope. You haven't seen any arrests yet, but I tell you what, you could run on for a long time, but eventually God is going to cut you down, and that's just the bottom line. So was a lot of this done back in 2017 already? Are we witnessing the unraveling, has it been Flynn? I mean, I take Flynn taking the oath just, back on the 4th of July or around the 4th? That's letting us know a lot that we haven't been wrong.
Yes,
So I think indictments
I
are,
would agree.
we're not going to have Durham's report. I think Durham's we're just going to see arrest. People already see the rioting going on in the cities all around. Will they riot a lot worse once arrests couldn't happen? I mean, has this been a whole ploy to get people's attention to there's some bad things that happened? I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think there'd be more rioting that's going to happen once Hillary gets arrested because people think Hillary's, done nothing wrong?
I'll leave that one to you.
I think the bigger game afoot is that the fact that people aren't even realizing this is all happening because we're all afraid that we're gonna die from something you can't see, taste, smell, hear, or even ingest. And this thing is like there's lots of psyops happening, and propaganda is thick, so thick you can cut through it, and so. I hope people see that there's this whole Flynn thing is coming around. Maybe he's going to be setting on his new position. This is going to be pretty awesome. I I'm optimistic, but the reality tells me that probably not a lot of people are going to realize how strategic this particular moves and counter moves. This move is for us, the Patriots, and what's going on here. Oh yeah,
Strategic, you were saying, so I just kind of brought this up while you were talking.
well, I mean, it's
Precision.
a lot of us, it's like it is. It's you're not trying to defeat something all at once. You're trying to strategically put people in that not only enforces our Constitution, like you said, Mike. When General Flynn took the oath again on the July 4th, this is what we've been saying from the very get-go. Oath keepers, people who are fundamentally for the Constitution, not blue, not red, not this door, that door, this, that. It is basic for our Constitution and constitutionality, and leaving the states what they need to be doing, and having we the people have the say. And has not how it's been for years. And so we're seeing this, and I hope more people see what's happening, but unfortunately we'll still have to be shouting from the rooftops, and they'll still be looking at the ground. But we'll
Yes.
keep on shouting.
And like we said, arrests, are really easy. We're not, this time around, it wasn't just about Trump. We're getting in and then a few people getting arrested right away so you can have faith in a justice system. This was about destroying institutions, which is much harder, don't you think, Fluid Pour? I mean, if you want to make a quick arrest of the bad person, of the CEO of a company, but then they'll just put another one in, and maybe the same game keeps happening. So you could either destroy the institution, get it out in the open, let everyone see, to make a choice, like, we don't want to put our money with that company, or we don't want to do this or that because we know now what they consist of. But bigger than that is destroying the institution, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I agree, because I mean, you have to take this is a strategic thing, like you just said. You don't want to pull just some of the bad weeds out. You want to get the root system. You want to get every single one of those dirty players to expose themselves, and every trap that president has set with the Q team, the administration, everything that they have set, the Democrats, the rhinos, the socialists, the non-American entities within our government have fallen for it. So he's pulling them out slowly. He's utilizing the leaders that were involved, turned it around so that now they're helping him. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. So they're using these players to get the work done of weeding out the rest.
I'm a firm believer in that they do have it all, because the system that they designed to everything we digitally buy, anytime you type, they have it all. Whether or not there's somebody there looking at everything all day long, every minute of the day, the minute you say something, it's just if they want to dig into you, if they want to turn on and look into that system, they can find out your whole digital life in a matter of minutes. When you lose control of that, as long as you have control of that system and you're doing bad things, you're fine. Once you lose control of access, like what happened with when Trump won, that's what changed it up. We've gone into this massive cover up, almost type thing.
CYA situation.
Yeah. Or shut down the world situation to where you can't get grand juries to travel and convene because you can't be in the same room and 6 feet. I mean, it's starting to lighten up. We're seeing it. It's getting worse in some place. I just did a video earlier today about what do you think of them telling you that one, Ben, down in Sarasota, Broward County, Florida. Wear a mask in home now, mandated. Even if you live on your own, if you're a single man, you should wear it while you shit, shower, and shave.
I mean, just look into, how much water vapors do we exhale, every hour? I mean, just do a little bit of research on your own and you'll discover that masks are incredibly unhealthy for you. And how do
doctors do it all day long? I mean, they wear the ones, they're in the quick surgery when they leave. They're not wearing around the hospital all the time.
Oh, no. Doctors go through 50, 60, 70 masks a day because when you go into a room, when you go into a room and you handle that patient and you take care of the patient,
that's all part of that.
Yes. You strip off and you disinfect and boom, and you walk out. Then you go to the next room, you put the gloves on, a new mask on, and there's in every medical examination, OR, ER, all that kind of stuff, there is the biohazard things, the needles and the gloves and the mask go in there, because what they do is you're trying to contain that individual or that patient's bacterial, fungal, or parasitical infections.
You can't just go room to room all day long, doing surgeries, folks, with the same gloves on. We understand that.
That's moronic. Yes. So if you walk around all day, and plus, even doctors will tell you that doing 4 and 5 and 10-hour surgeries in these masks, they have to repeatedly change masks during, because you exhale 90 grams of water vapor on average an hour just standing and breathing. And some people are mouth breathers. It's a little more. You expel 40 grams of water vapor when you sleep. So it's like putting a wet rag on your face. You guys, there is real people going to get really sick from their immune system being depleted because they're wearing a mask on their face for this prolonged period of time. So when you see these orders, edicts, procedures, and hell, like you said, Mike, in some areas they want to make it law. Does it go against constitutional law? Does it go against your rights? And this may be a time for some people. I'm not saying to stand up and protest, because that's not what it is, but maybe make a little bit more of a stand. And how do you do that? Well, you're going to figure out how you do that in your own way. And if that's when you go to the grocery store, say, hey, you know what? I don't believe in this, so I'm not going to wear it. I'm a believer, so I the blood of Jesus on me. Hey, I'm good to go. I don't need a mask, right? Psalms 91. But people don't believe what I believe, so I'm trying to be as ubiquitous as I can. Of people do believe that there is medical evidence, and you could read it all day long, that wearing a mask is unhealthy for you at a long period of time.
Yeah. No. So I would say, get the fresh air when you can, folks. When you're out by yourself, if you feel like if it's in your head that you need one and it's safe when you go into the stores you're at, or the stores that you live around are making you, or that's the only way you can get in, you do it. Fine. Nobody's judging you real hard, pointing fingers and laughing. We're just saying, when you get out of there and you're out in the parking lot, the minute you get through those doors that open up, rip the thing off and be free and breathe.
You need it.
Why are these people in cars driving just all by themselves? You don't see anyone else in the car, and they're just windows up, mask on. Like, I don't want to breathe myself. I don't get it. Or is it just, I have to wear it I'm tired of taking it on and off. I don't know what's going on, but we just want you to get as much fresh air as you can, especially if you're outside.
Well, here's something. Hold on. Here, boys, you like this one. Commando 602 says, note, my sister-in-law works in a hospital taking blood, and she says there's a 500% increase in fungal lung problems. Now, people, this is just a little quick information. This little bit of medical. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm telling you what we know as medical fact currently. I'm not talking germ theory. I'm talking communicable diseases. Just communicable. Let's just communicate right. Fungal, bacterial, and parasitical. It's only 3 of them. The 4th one is when they inject it inside you. That's a whole different ball game. So it's like
We don't have time to get into that one. Let's just
we
stay
don't have
with
time
this
for
other
that one. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not. They're taking. Here's the deal. I'm just saying that that is very true. That's it's you get fungal. You're breathing. I know when I go outside and I mow the lawn, like Mike, Greg, when we mow lawns, and you're making the turn, and do you get a bunch of grass and dirt and crap in your face? Of course. It's
Yep.
Do I wear a little cowboy kind of hash thing so I don't get a bunch of dirt and crap in my face? Well, yeah, because if I take a shower, all the water turns black from the dirt and grass on me. There's an idea of that, but we pride ourselves in being logical and using common sense over our emotions, which is, I know, in all of us here in the panel, has saved our lives more time than once.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I just
your former state, Greg, New York, your past former governor Cuomo, he should be under investigation. They're saying for his COVID-19 policies that led to thousands of elderly New York deaths. Why are the Republicans kind of ignoring this at this point? But anyway, what do you think on that? You were up there. What did you think of some of his policy? We know you probably don't.
Yeah, I can't stand the guy, to tell you the truth. I think he's a commie pig. But if you want my blunt opinion, that's what I think of him.
No, I get you.
I think he's a murderer, but he was told by the federal government, only introduce patients into nursing homes if you have the available staff and equipment to properly care for them. And that came out of a couple of different articles that I had read. This one here on Gateway Pundit. I don't know what this one says, but I know that the ones that I've read in the past, just they explained everything. He knew what he was doing. He did exactly what he thought he needed to do to reduce the population in that state. The more money he got from the deaths that accumulated from that, if I'm not mistaken, under the federal emergency.
Yeah, because your new state, Florida, more people died there than the whole state of Florida or something in the nursing homes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And we know Florida's got a bigger population of the elderly.
But Florida, right? Well, we're elderly. A lot of elderly down here. It's a retirement state.
It's retirement.
Yeah. But Florida's busted right now. 33 of their labs were not reporting proper numbers. They were reporting 9% positive rates when it
instead
was
of 9.8.
Yes, 9.6.
Our bad. Somebody forgot the dot. We're learning.
And not only that, but they didn't report the negative cases, which tripled, if not quadrupled, the amount of the positive cases. So, of course, it's inflated. I mean, you're going to test a guy after he's dead from a motorcycle accident. He tests positive. Now he's a COVID case.
Weren't they doing that, Ben, in Michigan and Indiana, our states even? Well, I guess anywhere. If you had the COVID and a tree branch fell on you, or you got into a car accident and you died, they're like, well, you had COVID. So they kind of shift the number that way, not really that the branch fell on your head and broke your neck.
Yeah. They were padding the numbers big time. You and I were going back and forth between Michigan's numbers and Indiana's numbers, and they were constantly changing, and the numbers were going back and forth. And even they had a couple of cool tickers that had a bunch of real nice graphs and pie charts and the medium of the statistical charts. It was real great and pretty. The numbers were going up. But the problem is when you start going to multiple firsthand publicated sources in the medical field, and you actually got what they were reporting as numbers. The numbers at one point were this, and then all of a sudden they dropped 100, and then went over 1,000 over here. And this city was 5,000, but that city got lost. The numbers were up and down, like there was ebbs and flows and peaks and troughs to numbers, and that doesn't happen. Any type of communicable diseases has a steady pathogen flow where it's a nice steady spike up more. There's a nice radiating circle. Like think of it like an explosion, and there's a radius of disaster, and the further out you go, the less disastrous it gets. This is the idea of the zero patient. When any type of disease, especially
the epicenter, right? The epicenter is what
yes. Yeah, and then that's why they use the word epicenter, like your epidemiology, your epidemics. People have EpiPen because they have, words mean things, and so when we started seeing it, we're seeing the numbers are wrong. So that tells you don't believe the numbers. And when they tell you people are dying, I'm like, I want to know. I want to know. I haven't met somebody who knows somebody who died. I don't even knows who knows somebody who died.
Yeah.
So it's hard. There's so much conflicting information. That right there should tell you logically that it's not truthful, because the truth is an even stream that will cut through any type of rough terrain. So you can go to multiple sources, and there'll be a thread of truth that runs through all of them. And
let me ask you this way. Let me ask you guys: Would you think that the masks are doing more harm than good overall? Would you put it to? I mean, do you think in these nursing homes, they had all the people in these nursing homes sitting there, literally wearing masks inside the whole time? Maybe. I mean, do you think that was possible up in New York? But to wrap this one up on the mask for tonight, and this is opinion. What is your final thoughts in a minute?
What do you
or so
think, Greg? What's your final thoughts on that?
What do you think? What was
my
your,
final thought?
your advice after seeing everything we've seen? Yeah, you've been living on the planet. It's not like you don't have some kind of.
I've been to the beaches. I've been fishing. I've been into the stores down here. I've been everywhere, and I have yet to meet one person, yet to personally meet one person that has this illness. I don't think these masks are the answer. I think what they're going to do is make people more and more sick due to the fungal infection possibilities that are increased through breathing your exhaust, the CO2 that you've already breathed out. You're breathing it back in. You're not getting the oxygen you need.
Bottom line, right?
And I think it violates your rights. And I sent you a text earlier today on that Ex parte Milligan,
Yes.
U.S. Supreme Court 71. It was 1866, and the decision. Use of draconian laws, harsh penalties for minor infractions is totally un-American, and they violate our Constitution. Now, if they're writing you tickets based on this mask mandate that's not even a law under our organic Constitution, you know what they can do with that, right? Stick it right up their ass.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely know that there's people who are rogue individuals who will arrest you for no reason at all. My thoughts on the whole thing is this. I mean, there are people out there who have immune deficiency disease. They have to wear some type of mask. Okay, we're not talking about you guys. Right. There are people who have to take oxygen because they have lung and breathing issues in their age. We're not talking about take your oxygen mask off, people. What we're talking about is if you put a mask on because you don't want to be socially shamed and you don't believe it, that's what we're talking about. I don't believe that masks do good for you. If I can put it in the most simplest form, they are bad. They will harm you when you wear them long term. There it is. It's the most simplest form as I can break it down to you.
That was bad. Good, you guys. That's awesome advice. I'm with you. I'm going to say if you're forced to wear one, if you've made the choice, you're not going to quit your job over the fact that they're making you wear a mask or whatever, or if you've made the decisions that you're running into stores and you have to put one on for the few minutes, just I would say as much as you can, get it off. And I don't know, get as much fresh air when you don't get in the habit of, I'm tired of reaching up here to take it off. I'm going to put it on at 6 a.m. I'll take it off at 7 p.m. when I get home. And now some of these states are saying when you get home, you need to wear it too. Even if you're by yourself, take it off only to quickly get in the shower, get it right back on. Yeesh, just logically play it out.
I think there was another time in our history where somebody started saying there's a certain group of people were unclean and you had to stay away from them and we had to get rid of them because they were disease-ridden people. And there were signs on and proclamations and laws passed to not touch these people. I mean, come on now. This is not the first time people come out and start proclaiming something that's not true. So we just want you guys to enjoy that and know that we're behind you guys. And, get ready for the Patriot Fest because I won't be wearing my mask because I can't wear a mask and sing and jam at the same time.
You said it right, though. Check this out. Bringing up, look at this. I'm going to bring this one up. We'll talk about this one. Let me get that.
Suplex 80. I got shell shock. Can't wear them.
Whoops.
Dr. Felcher, you are killing us.
This is 1981.
Oh, wow.
Now look in the background. You could see who it was. What, Reagan back there in the
Reagan,
yellow?
yeah.
Now that's not. I found this. I don't think that's him. I think that's just a guy holding up a sign. Dr. Fauci, you are killing it. Now this is over the AIDS epidemic, and
Yes.
he was around back then saying the same things. Much of this, it spreads by touching. That's why we had
That's why you couldn't play on playgrounds and swing on
Yeah.
swing sets because somebody could have touched the chain that you touch, and you're gonna have AIDS.
Do you guys remember that? Do you remember?
Yes.
We're of the age that we remember the onset. I was in this state of Indiana where we had Ryan White, and they threw him out of school, and half the school, the kids, they were taught that you don't want to breathe in the same air if you're in a pool. I remember all the falsehoods in the 80s. You didn't want to be in the same pool. You didn't want to. There's just these things, and
Don't
and
sit
now-
on public toilet seats. I remember that was a huge
you'll
one.
get it.
I
You'll
know,
get
it
it.
was huge.
I remember walking in Chicago at the Science and Industry Museum as a kid and holding the rail, and I got cupped upside the head by an uncle or something. It was, hey, catch AIDS. And I was like, ugh, and instantly raced to the restroom with my cousin and was washing my hand profusely. Like, ugh. I mean, it was good that I was washing my hands, but that wasn't good to get told that if, things aren't true. You don't, I understand this is fear at its best. We've seen it played out in movies. We see how rumors and things get thrown out of proportion, but being done by the people that we trust, that's a little bit different. We understand how fear will spread through the normies, people that aren't used to, but this seems, we know this is different. It's not, they're playing into your fears, no doubt, but unbelievable.
And I think this whole last 4 years has been about playing into our fears because we've showed you guys mics through multiple videos and then our shows and literally the timeline of this. Then it gets a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. We're kind of like, all right, guys, what's next? I don't know what to have next. And boom, this whole thing comes out and it's a virus. You could die. Oh, that's a great. Wow, that false flag is awesome. Man, I really got to give you guys credit for that. You really took a lot of businesses down. The economy shut down. Homes are cheap. Land, though, crazy expensive. Can't get seeds. Where'd all the lumber go? Where's all the treated lumber? Where's all the hardware? It's like, where's all the building material? How come things, why are people buying toilet paper? I mean,
Mass
this
quantities.
is insanity. And don't they tell you why? The corona and Lyme virus and disease, and they don't. People tell you disease, virus, and you get people who are like, "I'm a nurse, and you have to do it because they're testing and it's positive." It's like, didn't I hear some president test a fruit and a goat, and they tested positive as well? And now the CDC is saying that they had a fungal infection on the original test, and so all of the original tests in April and May were all false. They all went out to go redact everything. You guys. Do you get what's happening here? It's like this is a Hegelian dialectic for highly low intelligent people. I don't really want to use any of the words because it may trigger individuals.
Just say
You
it,
got to
dumbasses.
understand. Well, no, that's being dumb is is a certain IQ level. I'm talking. There's words lower IQ, and these Hegelian dialectic is getting so incredibly common that it's so out in the open. You do this, you get this, you want that, here it is, we're gonna give it to you, and it's all the same person. All the same person is smacking your hand while giving you the treat all at the same time. And Mike's been really clear about a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, it's funny, but I will say you need to be prepared. Don't rely on somebody else to take care of your family. That's your job. Your job is to take care of your family, take care of your neighbors, take care of your local community, and all of us doing that together will make sure the big man on the big show does the right thing. And if he doesn't, we all keep him responsible for that. And when he does, we have his back. That's what it should be about. Don't rely on somebody else or something else. It's going to be you and your family. We always talk about that. The core is family and community. That's what we the people are.
It kind of all ties together, doesn't it?
Somebody says Paw and goats have COVID in Tanzania. Dude, your Patriot Hour channel graphics say spam. Where does it say spam at? I don't get it.
See it.
Well, I'm trying to make sure, dude. Your Patriot Hour channel graphics just say spam, huh?
Maybe log off.
Toilet
or
paper
shut it down and come back on there, viewer. And I mean, everybody else looks like.
I don't know. I don't get it. Bathroom.
My wife-
Fall Cabal. Oh, it's
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's look
You
at
know
some
what, you
questions
guys-
here. If you guys see any good ones,
Yeah.
read them out.
Pawpaw equals fruit. Yeah. Yellowbird.
Yeah.
Thank you. I forgot. I should have. Pawpaw is a fruit that grows on a tree. Actually, there is a town in the state of Michigan where I live at named Pawpaw. There is pawpaw fruit in North America, in Michigan. I know. I've tasted it. It's awesome fruit. It's all over the God's created earth. It's everywhere. It's in Tanzania. One person said. So. Yeah, OG says fish are testing positive for COVID. You guys understand, Mike? I don't know if you can, real quick, if you can pull up. There was a coronavirus PSA out in the 70s, 1971, about the coronavirus. It's hilarious. I think I saw it a couple days ago. I don't remember, but I saw. I have to show you that
American
sometime.
Medical Journal. It's in the American Medical Journal as common cold or common flu.
Yes.
Yeah, people. I mean,
So there's people been sending out tests to, like, you can send off your something to get tested, and they've
All of
done
his tests
swabs,
come from
and
the
the swabs come
CDC.
back saying yes for everything. Like,
Yes
that
or
was
no.
my goat, or that was my
Yeah,
fish
my
that
wife- My wife
So,
said last
yeah.
night somebody on her page had tested their dog and was sending it in.
Yes,
think it's
yes.
funny.
I can see it. That's and folks, we're not. You know, you guys are saying it here. We're getting all the comments. This is why I got the screen here set up this way for
Positive for
to
the
not
COVID.
miss anything. You know, so we don't miss anything.
Now we're
But yeah,
trying.
sending
you
in
know,
dogs. That's crazy. Fluid pour. You said on your wife's or on her.
Yeah, on her Twitter page last night, it was somebody that said they were testing their dog with that test, and they were going to send it in to see what they said.
Oh, that's great.
How much you want to bet that this all ends the day after the vote, the day after, or the following 48 hours after the vote is done? It's going to be over.
Yeah, this is. It's definitely
About the
interesting. We
votes.
know that.
Keep the
well,
people. Keep the people at home and keep them from voting. If we get them to do the mail-in voting, then maybe we can try to steal it that way.
Ugh.
I'm not saying that the coronavirus isn't real, but I don't think it is what they're saying it is.
I don't think it's real. I'll say that. I'll stand up for that. In my own opinion, it's not real. I think they're putting a microscope on something that happens twice a year. But again, that's my
Yeah, it was
opinion,
corona.
and I don't know. And I think real people are going to get
Well,
sick
it's
here
like,
soon.
you know, how about like
But
this
again-
guy in 1981, Fauci? They knew then, we know now. Was it real? Was AIDS real? Or was the way that they were saying
Yes,
it
it-
spread real? You know, I don't know. You know, it's like a.
All I know is AIDS that infested those in the people in San Francisco wasn't the same AIDS that infected black mothers in Africa. I know that doesn't 2 and 2 don't make 4 on that one. Yeah, you guys, this is so crazy. All this information is mind blowing, literally, for a lot of people. This is like, I can't believe this is really this. They really want to do this. Is this many people involved? I agree. Fats wave. Yeah.
Let me see here.
Gypsy GG, I believe you. Yes, exactly. I think our body does create it when we do need viruses to live. That's what our body expels toxins at a cellular level. But again, only just my opinion. I definitely agree with you, Greg Ledbetter. Full armor of God, folks. Yes.
Ooh, look at that mudslide.
Ooh, oh
look at
man,
that,
get off that damn
yeah.
bike, brother.
Ooh,
Uh-oh, he got covered.
that's crazy.
Damn, he got lucky. Ooh. This guy on the bike right here gets covered by it.
I mean, this is crazy. What is this? The mudslide?
China?
Little mudslide. graboids. That's a guy from Tremors. He ran the grocery store.
Well, I think his best movie was Big Trouble in Little
Karate.
China.
Yeah, Big Trouble in China.
Duke. All right.
All right. Well, we're gonna do our normal. What's this going on here?
By the way, real quick, thanks, Face. All you guys who are actually planning on coming out to the Patriot, actually going to physically be there, and you're in the chat right now, throw me up a 1, man. Just throw me up a 1.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna
and let me know, hey, we're going to be there, or 2, you're going to watch, 1, you're going to physically be there.
Yeah, we want a 1. You know, that's. We'll see who's tuning in the night of at the. You know, we get that. That's always.
Of
It'll
course.
be a Friday night. I mean, if you could throw up a 2 for sure. Yeah, fluid pour is the one.
Fluid pour. Okay, yeah. Here, Legacy Truce. Here, I got to do one here, but boom. I'll do it 1. I'm a coming.
I'm a coming.
Okay, Celeste J's 1. Stephanie Mangus. Joanna Brulin's coming. Patriot Hour's coming. John Hook's coming. Maria Brethren's coming. Lee Dorr. I need info. Lee Dorr, all the info you have, I've been putting it out there. Here, I'll put it out again. If you need info like what, like where to camp out, there's lots of camping. Hotels.
I got the master list that I'm putting out. If you haven't emailed yet, go ahead and do that. It's I'll put that up here. Patriots Fest 2020 at Gmail. And we will get back to you with a list of all the events, the whole breakdown, as best as we could. So, all right, we got lots of 2s. We're loving you guys are going to be there. It's going to be a great streamed event.
Show for you guys to watch on. Yes, for sure.
And remember, anybody that's in the direct path from Florida to Indiana, I put my email up there, dashfamilyemail@gmail.com. I can take 3 people with me, so I am willing to drive a little bit to grab you up. And
why don't you throw your email up there as a way for them to get a hold of you for the jump start, you know, on that, if interested. Or get over to his channel, post under the last video. I mean, there's ways to flag him down.
2 in 1 in spirits, Roots Mango. Hey, Grandpa C, can I get a ride? Grandpa C, where you coming from? Like,
Grandpa C, where you at?
Michelle Coop, North Kakalaki's coming. She's a 1. Barb Albert, you can watch as well. I love it. Luann, I need a ride. You need a ride, you got to tell me where you're coming from. That's what the chat's all about, you guys. I've asked about people bringing instruments, though. Yes,
he's leaving from Florida. He's got to go from Florida to Indiana. So in your own head, you kind of know. Well, I'm in, Washington
Georgia.
State. That doesn't quite work out for fluid.
And those of you, obviously, who are not in this country and would love to be here, we love for all of our Patriots across the pond and across every other country, man. You guys are fighting the good fight and doing the hard work. That's another reason why for you guys who can't physically because of travel restrictions, this is another reason why we really want to make the stream a real top notch and have you guys with us almost every moment of the Patriot Festival.
Yes.
Carpool help me with gas, and it would definitely help somebody else, I'm sure.
So you guys can always
Luann's in Florida. I'm in Florida, she says.
Luann. I am in Palm Coast,
Wuhan,
which is just north of Daytona.
Big
So we'll have
punch
to
is
meet
coming.
up. You're gonna have a lot of people there, man. It's gonna
Well,
be a
I say
blast.
instead of trying, this you talking about it here is to get it going. Get you guys, if you're serious, reach out to Fluid, make arrangements. You guys can probably make it work out real well. It's got to make sense. It's got to
And organize it, in your
get it
own too,
organized.
man. You guys get your own carpools on the side. You guys can always go
Fluid
back
Pour's
and
gonna
watch
be camping,
this
I
episode.
believe now.
Yep.
He's down to camp. We brought up. He's gonna. If you do get in the day early, we got stuff to do Thursday night. The person that would be with you are more than welcome to be there that night as well. We don't mind. It's mostly just kind of like a rehearsal. All of the people involved were sitting down outside.
Team.
I think the sound guy and audio and our production guy is going to be there getting that set up right around us. So that's happening that night. We might strum get a little music going that night too. Just pre-night, pre-test, things going on. We got our, one guy out there already camping to keep an eye on everything. So it is going to actually be kicked off a night early for some of us. The old Friday night now turns into Thursday night.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mike.
You're fine.
I just wanted to say I wanted to thank Captain Willie Grimm up in Alaska for the donation that he threw to my PayPal. Helped me out. I picked that up today. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. And we're representing everybody up at the lodge in Alaska.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Somebody said Fort Worth area. Is that where? By
Yeah,
you?
you know.
No.
That's a long way to the left to go.
You get people from
He said
California.
200 to come that
I'll
way,
say
though.
it.
He said 200 to
Yeah.
come to Fort Worth.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's where you
Killing me,
guys
Smalls.
you guys can talk offline and get all that stuff worked out. You guys, this is what we encourage. If you're coming down this way, yeah, you know what, man, carpool, hook up with you guys. You know, you guys can always go back here, look at who said what. You know, don't be afraid to give your email out if you're, you know. How about you set up another email, then give that out so you can contact people so they're not doing your personal. I mean, you know, there's so many different ways. Telling you where it's coming out from. We're gonna be rocking and rolling there, but all in all,
It's that
where
time.
are you from?
Shout it out.
Don't
Shout
miss
out.
it,
Shout
boys.
it
Don't miss
out.
it.
Yes, Sabertooth, birdsong salute to all the militaries and all the
Thank you,
soldiers.
Sabretooth.
So we need to arrive from St. Clair, California. What's going on in Fort
Kelly.
Hood? Yak, Alaska.
Oh, Miss Fort Hood.
NOLA, a little bit. North Louisiana love. I agree with you, Joe Thompson. Jesus is Lord. Watch Gas City tickets.
Gas City. All right.
Gas City.
Takes a minute. We got a little delay, like always. Yay, Alaska. I
Oh,
lived there
no
for 15
worries.
years. And they're going to be starting here.
John Bordeaux, there you go.
Modesta.
Mendocino.
Dollywood.
Dollywood.
Dollywood in the house.
Super swine flu.
Fort Collins, Belfast, Ohio, Indiana. Yeah, Indiana, Ohio is fine. South Center, Texas, Freedom, Tennessee.
Phone calls tomorrow. It's Wednesday. We're back at it in the morning. Phone call show, by the way. North Khaki.
NOLA, 11 Indiana. There you go.
Sweat and Sack, Tech.
Arizona. Okay.
Sweat and
Oregon.
Sack, Texas.
Bring an acoustic, Shane Phillips. Como Valley.
22 years
22
retired
years.
Army.
Farmall
Yeah.
Fanatic,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Salute
Whitman,
you.
Texas. Sunshine State, New Jersey.
God bless.
Fort Worth, Texas. Crossed your mind.
Texas.
Australia.
Love
way
Australia.
Love from
That's
Australia.
nice.
Land down below.
Pullman,
land down
Washington.
under.
Berman, Texas. Sunshine.
Arizona.
Sunny Zona, Arizona. Texas.
Scotland.
Houston. Oh, cool. Great. Yeah. Henderson.
So many people, so many Patriots from all over the
We got Long Island, Henderson, Nevada, Rocky Mountains, San Antonio, Texas. God bless you guys. Oh my God, I caught y'all online. West by God, Virginia. Patriot Hour. Kansas City. We got Sweet Home, Alabama, Ohio.
Rose.
In the house.
Something
Franklin,
Rose, let me know if you need a
Oregon.
ride.
Flat Earth, Missouri. Semper Fi.
North
Tucson,
Tucson,
about 25 minutes.
from you.
Ocean City, California.
Nice.
Key Largo,
That's us.
Montego. Baby,
on.
why don't we go?
China, Fort Hood.
Muskego, China, Fort Hood. Belfast.
Missouri, Louisiana,
Louisiana. Up in here.
Louisiana.
Ohio. Iowa.
Paducah,
Cincinnati.
Kentucky.
Paducah.
Liverpool,
little
England.
Cincinnati.
Hello.
Living on the edge in
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Minneapolis, how you doing out there?
Tularosa, New Mexico.
Little taxes.
you guys are safe
Some
out
of that
in Minnie.
taxes. Some of that taxes.
Tennessee.
Tularosa,
Some of
New
that.
Mexico.
Some of that MISSISSIPPI.
Mm-hmm.
And Patriot here.
Hey,
Hello,
Trooper.
Mr.
Oh,
Sullivan.
yeah.
Bremerton, Washington. That's a base up in that
Oklahoma.
area. I think. Wide open space.
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Philly.
Kansas City.
On the
Podunk,
playground,
Pennsylvania.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Oh, hi. Oh.
What song is that, Greg?
That's Will Smith, I think.
Yeah. I think he's on the
Sounds
list.
kakalaki.
Isn't he on the list?
Yeah, he's on the list. On the list.
on the Loretta Express list.
Texas is in the house. They said Texas.
Yes. This is
across the
awesome,
nation.
guys. Yes.
Texas is
Texas
most
is the
America.
most
America. Yes, it is. Louisiana,
Kansas.
Louisville, Kentucky, the home of the BLM,
Kentucky.
under Democratic
Oh, no.
communist control.
Yep.
Hey,
AZ
Faith
in the house.
Mathis, if you're coming eight deep, then come on down. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
she bring everybody.
Bring it.
Come on down. Shoot, come on down to that
Bring it.
place, right down there in them dates. You'd be just fine.
Patriot Heaven, Cali.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Tejas.
Bump ass Virginia. Bump pass.
Roll Tide,
Twit off.
Grand Bay,
Arizona.
Alabama.
The Roll Tide. All right.
New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Miss Thompson.
I'm from Suck, Arkansas.
Oh,
I'm
is
from
that the home of Bill Clinton?
communist-controlled opposition zone,
Old Mexico, Montana.
Yeah, Mr. Smith is
Roll
low on
Tide,
the
baby.
list.
Roll Tide.
Well, Will Smith just fell in love with his son's friend or something, didn't he? Like, she just turned 18, and it was like, I've been
They
mentoring
pass all
her
their
for
kids
4 or
around.
5
Like, God only knows
years.
what they got.
None of that.
Hopefully,
is,
go down
morals.
quick.
we don't report on a lot of individual Hollywoodism, folks, because I get the gander of it all. So I just, I got too much other stuff to do. I don't know if Ben or Fluidport either. We don't spend much time. Like, when I get the Will Smith did what, and I want to
Hollyweird is an Eddie. You can spend way too much time
spend
there.
the rest
You
of
get
your
in,
life
get
in
out.
it.
Music
the-
scenes
What
and
they want
Eddie.
you to
It's-
do.
I'm gonna
Yes,
pass off a good one. If you don't know, look into Nicole Kidman's dad. That's an interesting little Eddie, just to see the connections on that one. The dude died, freak accident. Supposedly was visiting the daughter and fell. That's but still, look what was coming out on him. They were the International Justice Court that we know about, the one that is like, they were charging him with hundreds of kids that can't. I mean, it's nuts.
Crimes
And
against
he
humanity
was at some
type
college
stuff.
type thing
like
too.
the
He's a
Nuremberg
professor.
trials almost. Yes.
But it was the CIA ran thing over at the Sydney school. It's really twisted. But hey, go down that little eddy. Follow that rabbit if you want to look into some connections. All the other stuff, the low-level Hollywood people, I'm not too interested in them. I get it. You can tell
They're
me
all
things.
Pinocchios with their Geppettos. Come on now.
Doesn't surprise me. Just like the music industry, the whole thing. It's a whole, like Ben said, it's an eddy you can get stuck in for the rest of your life if you care that much. And I get a lot of people grew up on Hollywood and they were the idols and follow the stars, they told me. It'll take
We've been
you
having a
places,
lot of our
they told me.
illusions shattered here. For some people, it's been recently. For others, it's been almost a lifetime to get your stuff shattered. And hey, this is an awesome time to live in. Best apocalypse ever. This is a revelation. It's not a revolution. I mean, this is just
We're not going in full circle, folk.
That's
what a revolution
we're
is.
not, we're not,
One
we're not
full
walking in
revolution.
circles. We ain't bringing that back anymore. We're trying to do something way different, and that is getting back to our Constitution. And then right
'Cause
now,
if like in the
that is
military, when
very
you did an
different.
about face, you did a 180. You spun around and you walked off. If you did a full revolution, you'd be facing right where
They'd
you.
call you something else, and then finish it with no dancing. Okay.
What are you doing, pile? Private pile? It'd be something. So, fellas, what a great evening show we were able to pop off. We wanted to go a little bit earlier, but it worked out. I plan on, I think, tomorrow morning, Woodman. I don't know who's available. We'll see how early we go. Plan on doing live call-in show at some point tomorrow. Nothing too late. We'll see. If we don't do it in the early morning, we'll do one maybe early afternoon if possible. Or late afternoon, but not too late, something like around 6 or 7. I think that's always a real good call in. I know we'd have Sean from communist New Jersey calling.
Probably. Oh yeah.
See if he's moved yet, because he's supposed to be moving over to
More in the country
Alabama
or
something.
yeah.
I talked to him the other day. He said that didn't work out.
Okay, so he's still back, and he's
Still in dirty
is he? I
Jersey.
wonder if he's coming to the Pat Fest. That'd be great.
I'm not sure. It'd be cool to see
I
him.
hope all you guys come out to the Patriot Fest, man. It's gonna be just a wonderful time. And we really do.
We don't
wanna
blame
put-
anyone that can't. We're happy
No,
if
no,
you
of
can.
course not. Hey, shoot.
Join us live. But
We
hey,
wish we could have a next Patriot Fest in your hometown. Let us know
Yes.
when you have one, and we'll come and join your Patriot Fest.
we knew
We'll make that
we always
really
knew
awesome.
it was never possible for everyone to come. And if I think we'd have a much better control on this if we were able to operate by me, Ben, and Woodman as having what we were planning on doing at the Legion this whole time, shows every week or once a month, and then we were going to pull off their early ride in April as a first test, and the Memorial Day thing in May.
Oh, we had so much for you guys.
But we're stuck
We're
doing
not
what we can
in
do.
command of. Yep.
Yep, I control nothing. I owe nobody nothing.
I'm only the king of my own castle.
Bill Cooper, I was listening to that a little bit on my travels, because that's always something that's on my phone. I got every single podcast I could ever possibly find. I downloaded this. Me and Ben got it years ago, and anyway, I throw on something here and there, a little Bill Cooper, and he's like, some lady stood up years ago, and I was out in California, and I was in the middle of one of my shows, and I was talking to this crowd of people and giving them this information, and she stood up and said, "I'm mad at you. You should told us this stuff years ago." And he's like, "I owe you nothing." He's like, "But I really did. I wish I could have got that information out to them. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to get the information out." And so here we are. This is why we do it. Our word is, the stuff we've given has always been free from day one. It'll always continue to be free. We'll never put paywalls up to block the information. It's meant to be free for the people. And again, don't ever take our word to be 100% word, fact, truth. Dispute what we say. I'm here to make you angry, so you go and research what we say to prove me wrong. Unfortunately, I know you won't. You'll only come back and understand and be part of the movement at that point. So we encourage you. Yes, Will Smith is a freak. I agree. Patriots.
Hollywood people. Oh, yes. We will fight for the good, and it's a pleasure, my brothers in arms. God bless you guys and your families.
Yes, sir.
All you
God
guys
bless.
watching right now. It's awesome. God bless you guys.
Do it again tomorrow if you guys are available. We'll make arrangements for that, and we'll have a call-in. I'd love to do call-in. It's Wednesday. Let's do a Patriot's Choice tomorrow. 1 hour of call-ins, questions, concerns. If you're down on your luck, call in. If we'll give you some, relationship advice, I don't mind. It's the Patriot's Choice. But use your time
Patriot's
wisely.
choice.
And we're definitely going to keep it to about 2 minutes per phone call. We have to, because there's so many of you great Patriots who want to hear from. And hey, call in and tell us if you're coming to the Patriot Fest, and ask questions if there's something we haven't covered. You emailed me back, but here's my question, and boom, that would be a great time. So call in tomorrow. And fellas, thank you, and we'll see you guys back here on the next.
Yes, sir.
God bless you guys.
All right, that was the Oath of Three. We pulled one off. Another great show. We will see you guys here tomorrow. Again, I'm Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. What a great couple of weeks out from the Patriot Fest. It's going to be a great, great time. We have a real show lined up for you folks. So we love all the digital warriors. Again, God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. We'll see you back here real soon.